Ladies and gentlemen, it is a new season of Vanguard and Warzone, and with every single new season, the first thing we always do is dive in and take a look at the Battle Pass. Today is going to be no different, and as per usual, we talk about what's inside there, what you get for the Battle Pass, whether or not it's worth your time and money to grind for, and just overall my thoughts and opinions on it. But to start out, like we always do with every single season, let's go through, look at everything's in there, and then I'll give you my opinion on it at the end. So without further ado, this is the Season 3 Battle Pass. So originally I was going to record this in Warzone, but when I updated my Warzone, it did the whole infinite update requires restart thing, so that's not going to work. But as you can see, the main menu of Call of Duty Vanguard has been updated. You can see the new background for Warzone and the very new background for multiplayer as well. I think this looks really cool. But when we actually dive into the game here, the thing that we are going to be looking at is the Season 3 Battle Pass. Now, just like every single season, you can buy the Battle Pass or you can just get the free tiers depending on what you want. We'll talk about the pricing and everything at the end. But first, I wanted to show you everything that is new here. So first of all, there is a lot of instant rewards right out of the gate within Season 3. First of all, I think one of the coolest things by far is right away when you get the Battle Pass, you get Mateo's legendary skin here, and it looks so good. One of the coolest skins that we've had in a while. Awesome mask, awesome character. After this, you have the Mad Cap for Mateo as well. Not as good, but still cool for sure. Then we have the Daniel skin, the Mountain Knight. 45 minutes of double weapon XP, your Season 3 XP boost, which gives you 10% more XP for the entire season, and a weapon right away, which as you can see here is the Machine NV, which is for Shotgun Charlie. At Tier 1, you have your first free tier. This one is an epic calling card. Another calling card at Tier 2, 1 hour of double weapon XP, the Press F or the Home Row Weapon Charm, and then our next weapon is the Work Hazard. This is for an assault rifle, as you can see here. Pretty straightforward, not too many colors or anything like that. Then free for clans, you have 100 COD points. So by completing the whole Battle Pass, if you buy the Battle Pass, you actually get 1,300 COD points. If you buy the base version for 1,000 COD points, you make 300 COD points. Pretty plain, pretty simple there. After this, you have 2 hours of double XP, and then we have our first finishing move, which as you can see, doesn't really load in very well for me. But aside from that, you also get a calling card with this one as well. Rank number 9, another calling card, and then the Tan Trenches skin. After this, you get your first sticker, 100 more COD points, 1 hour of double weapon XP, and then at rank 15, our first free weapon. So having a look at this one, it is the M1916 marksman rifle. It has a very fast fire rate for marksman rifles, and they say it's good over range. Once this thing's unlocked, I'm very interested to see how this works in Warzone. Only time will tell. We'll have to wait and see, but that's essentially what you need to know about this one. Semi-automatic marksman rifle. After this, we have the toss-up gesture. This one is flipping a coin, pretty straightforward. Then 100 more COD points. Our next weapon blueprint is the transmitter. Obviously, this is for the revolver. Then we have another calling card. Our next character skin is for Wade. This one's called the Leather Clad. Again, a pretty straightforward skin. We don't get into the crazy stuff until later on. We also have the Twin Fire sticker. 45 minutes of double XP, 100 more COD points, and then our next free tier is the retro fashioned. This one's for the shotgun here. As you can see, it's kind of like this green skin, nothing too fancy for the double barrel. Then 30 minutes more of double weapon XP. Our next highlight intro is the Easy Cowboy. This also comes alongside the title, the Clandestine. Then our next weapon blueprint, as you can see here, this one is called the Rustic. Again, nothing too fancy with the weapon blueprints. As we go through here, you're going to see what I mean by that. Nothing that's too impressive as far as weapon blueprints goes. Then our free reticle. I don't know who uses these reticles. I'm actually curious. Let me know down in the comments if any of you actually use these things, because personally, not my cup of tea. Then at 15 minutes of double XP, then our next character skin, the Sandshine. This is for Padmavati. And then the next free weapon, of course, at 31 is the Nikita AVT. So this is an assault rifle, and it has the fastest fire rate in class. Now, they describe this that it can be kitted out for close quarters combat or for long range. I'm guessing out of the two weapons, this will probably be the better one because it's more versatile, but we'll have to wait and see once we actually get some attachments unlocked for it. But that's at tier 31. Moving on to 32, we have 100 more COD points, and then another calling card. Then we have our first watch called the Solarium. It looks like a very strange looking watch, but a gold watch nonetheless. The Regimental blueprint, as you can see here, this one is for the marksman rifle. Again, nothing too fancy as far as the skin goes. 45 minutes of double weapon XP, another calling card, and then our next blueprint is the Rusted Glow. This is just a rare one for the light machine gun Charlie. Then we have an emblem, pretty straightforward there. Our next is the Forest Essence. This is for Shigenori. I always say his name wrong, so that's who it's for. Again, nothing too fancy with this one. 100 more COD points. Our next weapon blueprint, this is one that's a little bit better, is called the Power Flicker. And as far as this one goes, you can see this one has a little bit more lights, a little bit more color. Still nothing too impressive, but better than the ones we've seen so far. 1 more hour of double XP, a free calling card here. Then our next blueprint is for the Submachine Gun George. This one is called the Polyvinyl, and as far as the look of it, it kind of makes it look like a flamethrower, but all in all, it doesn't really make any huge changes to the weapon. After this, 15 more minutes of double XP, an emblem, 100 more COD points. This one is for free, even if you don't buy the Battle Pass. Another calling card. Our next skin is the Winter Sage per Paulina Petranova. This one kind of actually similar to a couple of the skins we have for her already. Then we have the Voltage Output. This one is an epic one for the assault rifle, as you can see here. This one kind of has some more stickers on it and things along those lines, but all in all, as far as the colors goes, nothing too impressive there. We move on to an emblem. 15 more minutes of double XP, weapon charm, which is a bayonet, and this one is free for clans. This one is the graphite. It's for the assault rifle, as you can see here. Again, this is probably one of the better ones that you'll see through the Battle Pass, but not too impressive, just a little shades of blue throughout the weapon. 100 more COD points, 1 hour of double weapon XP, another sticker. This one is called the Fusion Core. This is one of the cooler ones. As you can see, the barrel of the weapon is kind of lit up with green. Kind of looks like a ray gun-esque weapon. But again, the rest of the weapon, pretty straightforward on it. The next one is the Long Coat. This one's for Roland, just a character skin. Another reticle. Again, let me know in the comments if you ever use any of these. Personally, they just take up too much of the screen for me. Another watch, 30 more minutes of double XP, calling card. The next weapon is the Ship Liner. As you can see, again, this one kind of has that glowing barrel once again with some green on it. One of the better ones that you'll see throughout the Battle Pass. Moving on to 66, we have COD points, a free emblem, 30 more minutes of double weapon XP, weapon charm. Our next character skin is called the Green Guardian for Solange. Then we have the Lost Blood. This one is for a sniper rifle. As you can see here, this one has some red on it. Once again, going with the same kind of like, almost reminds me of like a Mad Max theme to some of these weapons. Then we have an MVP highlight alongside a sticker, 1 hour of double XP, 100 COD points. The next weapon blueprint is the Hazard Pay. This one is for the submachine gun, as you can see here. Again, not too much color or anything fancy on it. Moving on, the next character skin we have is the Full Protect for Lucas. Looks like he's wearing some sort of body armor, holding some grenades. Then our next weapon is the Photon Phantom. As far as this one goes, it's for the handgun, and again, going with that kind of green theme to the weapon. 100 more COD points, a free weapon charm. This is one of the cooler weapons called the Isonuclear. This one is for the assault rifle, as you're seeing here. Kind of has some blue on it, some glowing parts to it once again. Kind of has this like futuristic mixed with Mad Max theme going on to a lot of these weapons. Then we have the Nordic Sun blueprint. This is for obviously the melee weapon, and this one is one of the cooler ones in the entire Battle Pass if you ask me. After this, the free character skin, the Scavenged Warmth. This one's for Beatrice. 100 more COD points. The next one we have here is an MVP highlight alongside an emblem. 95, we have one of the better weapon blueprints in my opinion, called the Mixed Oxide. It's one of the few that actually has some color to it. You can see the blue on it with the green trigger. One of the better ones in the entire Battle Pass. 100 more COD points, and then the best stuff from the entire Battle Pass is at tier 100. So first of all, you get the Ancestral Spirit for Daniel skin. This is one of the coolest skins I think we have in the game thus far. I really like it. Probably one of the best things in the Battle Pass. Alongside this, we have the Amphibian Empire. Definitely the best weapon skin we have in the entire Battle Pass. You got some green on there with orange, and then you have the Master Duelist title, and then of course the Season 3 emblems and charms to go with that as well. But all in all, in my opinion, the best things in this Battle Pass, of course, are the new weapons and then the tier 100 character skin and weapon blueprint. You're going to notice as we go through all of this, or as we went through all of this, there is no perks, there is no new types of grenades or anything like that in the Battle Pass, which in my opinion makes it worse than the previous Battle Passes that we've had. As far as the weapon blueprints, I find most of them pretty straightforward, not a lot of color to them. And as far as the character skins go, nothing that really impressed me until tier 100. So the way I look at this Battle Pass is, if you are getting this, you are essentially getting it for the tier 100 content, which is these two things, and on top of that, the instant rewards, which is the Mateo skin that you start out with. That is my opinion on this battle pass. If you're buying it, you have two options: 1,000 COD points or 2,400 COD points. You get extra tiers with the 2,400 COD points, which instantly gets you a new weapon. So if you want those new weapons faster, do that. However, if you buy it for 1,000 COD points, you can get 1,300 COD points for free just through going through the whole thing. And of course, that's your best bang for your buck. But as far as what's actually in this battle pass, I would say probably the weakest one that we've seen out of all 3 seasons, at least in my opinion. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Now, as far as any of the store items or anything like that, there's only really one I wanted to point out with you, which is the Big Brawl, which consists of the sledgehammer melee weapon. On top of that, a blueprint for the riot shield, and that's essentially all that it comes with aside from 2 tier skips. But of course, you get that melee weapon with it. So that's kind of my opinion on the Season 3 Battle Pass. I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say about it. What do you think of all of the tiers? Do you think it's worse than the previous seasons? Better? Let me know what you think down in the comments. This has been my opinion. We've looked at all of this. I have some more information coming out tomorrow on Operation Monarch, so stay tuned for that. As far as the rest of the Season 3 update, we've already talked about it in previous videos, but if you want to check out the patch notes, they will be linked down in the description. That's all I have for you today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, peace out.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're making it.